Hello, everyone. Welcome
I've
to
been moved.
another Poor Choices Dadcast.
Yay!
And we have, of course, I'm Extra Girl. This is Tugs, and we have a lovely guest today.
Yay!
One of my favorites. It's Mr. Porkchop, Mr. Potato Head, or Dan.
Mr. Potato Head.
I like calling you that.
Snaps, snaps, snaps.
Welcome,
Is that a thing?
Dan.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
I know this is very late for you, so I want to say thank you very much for changing your sleep schedule. I also noticed there are a lot of potatoes in the chat.
Of course.
So many potatoes.
So
all the
thank
good
you
ones are here.
for bringing the potatoes with you. But is this your first kind of interview, StreamYard's call?
Yeah. No, I've not done this before. This is very strange.
Yay!
We're popping his cherry.
Popping a cherry. Listen, I tell you, not to toot our own horns, but this is the best one you could have done, honestly. Chill. We just hang out. There's no like stress for it. We're pretty chill here. So
How warm are you right now, Mr. Porkchop?
Warm?
A little sweaty?
No. Well, it's actually freezing cold here, and I am in a shed at the bottom of a garden, so you know.
Ooh. Are you gonna be like Jack Nicholson in The Shining? Just at
Pretty
frozen
much.
again.
Oh, no, thank you. With your beard, you actually probably could look a little like him.
Okay.
Well, frozen and stuff. You know, I'm just saying.
Thanks. I guess.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Listen,
We're here
job.
to corrupt you, essentially. No, not really.
No.
So what Dadcast is about, if this is your first time here, we chat with all the different dads out there about dating, getting married, having kids, and just giving advice to everyone about, you know, the things that they went through to be where they are. And it doesn't have to be one single thing. It could be a variety of things, or you can teach whatever you want. I know I've learned a lot of good little tidbits I never really anticipated, and want to use that. Andrew Matthews for £2 British says, how did you bring Az out of his shell? Yeah, he was so quiet before. I don't know what happened.
This is
And now we can't get him to be quiet. We love Az here.
Oh, well, shall I tell you about the first time I ever met him? Well, I've told you before, X-Ray Girl.
I know you told me, but okay, why don't you tell the chat, since we're kind of in this Az realm?
Well, yeah, but the first time, this is the first time I met him. So I started going out with the missus in April, and then we spent Christmas with her family, and he arrived at their mum's house after us. We were in the house, and he was walking up towards the house, and he was like staring at me through the window.
Oh, I know the exact stare too, where he's like,
and then he's like coming through the door, and I go up to him like, hi, nice to meet you. And he looks at me deadpan straight in the face, and like he takes my hand and he like pulls me close. He's like, so you're fucking my sister?
Like a true brother would.
this is how I imagine when he met Mrs. Neurotic, goes up to her, holds it. So you're effing my Gary.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Well, that's
God.
the. I honestly forgot that happened. I have a pea brain. But yeah,
that's
very much
classic.
like us.
That is a classic brother move. Like I love that. It's
Absolutely.
so
And I
funny.
mean, I haven't really like my brothers aren't very protective, but I guess as is.
I think it was.
Or was that
fucking
just
with me.
like to be
Yeah,
like
he was just messing with me. Yeah. And then like, you know, he was deadpan for a long time. He was like, and then he like cracked a smile and was like, kid.
Is that British humor?
Yeah, I think so.
Does that make it harder to date in the UK if someone is super deadpan and you can't read them and you're like, are they really feeling me or are they not?
I don't know if that's a thing, to be honest. Not everyone's super deadpan.
I would think it would be more awkward for somebody from the States. Like if I was studying abroad or living abroad for a while and I was dating, that would be something that I'd be like, what is this humor? Like you have to get used to it as like a cultural thing, and probably vice versa because the sarcasm. Yeah, exactly.
They can read each other. It's not. It's just us.
Exactly. America, on the other hand, you can't tell what's serious anymore. Everybody's always joking around and being sarcastic with each other and stuff. Whereas, so that would be something that from the other side you'd have to get used to coming over here.
How long ago did you meet the missus, and how did you meet her?
So how long ago? It's nearly 15 years ago now. And we met actually through our love of photography. So we actually met through the photo sharing website Flickr.
Oh gosh, I love Flickr.
What?
Yeah.
So online but not online. Oh my gosh.
So and we were just doing photography stuff, and I didn't live anywhere near her. She lived in London and I lived in Devon, which is 250 miles away. So
wow,
that's far. It's like the whole country.
Yeah, basically. We met through the thing, and then we were talking for a long time, and finally I got the confidence to to actually drive up and meet her, and basically that weekend, so we were talking for about 2 or 3 months, like on the phone through Facebook and whatever, and then the weekend that I met her, we decided that I was going to move up there. I
love this. I'm so here for all.
Wait. How did you know? How did you know? How did she know that this was like the thing? Because you talked for how long again?
Couple months. Maybe 3-4 months, 3 months, 4 months, something like that.
And
but it was like every day, and it would be like multiple times a day, and just like chatting all the time.
Yeah.
You're truly a Giga Chad. Giga Chad move.
So
I love it. That was me and mine.
So yeah, and then so that weekend just basically decided that was it. I was the manager of a camera shop at the time. I handed my notice in, and was it? I think I gave him 2 months notice. 2 months later, I moved up.
Wow!
Never looked back.
Dang, I thought Duke and I moved quick. I think you guys win.
You moved quicker, I think, than she did.
Not by much.
But, yeah. The interesting thing at the time, I was how old was I? 24, 25? She's 12 years older than me.
Oh,
okay. That's true freaking Giga Chad right here. Right?
So yeah, that was quite interesting.
So how did you know that she was someone that you definitely want to spend a lot of time with? Maybe not in love at that moment, but like wanted to commit to even doing a move, because that's huge. Like, what things did you do to ensure she was the a good person for you?
Maybe I should have done a little bit more groundwork, but it's just the feeling.
YOLO.
Oh no.
No, but it sounds like you've got a checklist. I don't have a checklist. It's just the feeling you have. You know, it's right. If it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Like, you know, if you've got to force a thing, then it's wrong. If it comes naturally, then it's right. So, and it was right. So.
Honestly, men don't have a checklist. It's usually about a feeling and being comfortable. Women have the checklist. I just wanted to say what you would say.
Yeah, no. Well, no checklist. If it feels right, it's right. There you go. I
would love to chat with Mrs. Porkchop to see what checklist she had for you.
Oh, yeah? I'll ask her, see if she could come on next week.
Oh,
if she had one. Especially being older. So she was yeah, especially being older, but you know, did she have the list still, or was she just kind of like, you know what? I'm just gonna, if it's right, it's right. Like, that would be interesting to see.
Yeah. Do you know, I don't know. I think because I'm fucking awesome, I was just right.
Agreed. Just wooed her.
Wow, that Giga Chad energy is really permeating off you now.
DJ says it's 3 items. Or
hey,
the men checklist.
DJ, what are your 3 items, just out of curiosity then? Because I have no clue.
Yeah, it's probably face boob ass, isn't it? That's probably it.
That's fair.
I see what you're saying. I had a feeling. You had that feeling it was right. Oh no. Yeah, don't dig yourself a hole. What? I guess this is a game thing. This must be a game thing. You and shovels.
Well, I hit someone over the head with a spade earlier. Don't worry.
Was it Party Animals? If it's Party Animals, it's
fine. Lethal Company. Just playing that.
Oh, I guess you're.
That is
Giga Chad. The Lethal Company.
Hot. Lethal Company is the hot game right now.
Oh, I'll have to look it up.
On Twitch right now, there's like 65,000 viewers on it.
Wow.
I'm always behind the curve on the games. I feel like I'm like, oh yeah, I'll play Hogwarts, and then it's like a month later, and nobody cares.
See, this is something some people think about. Can she cook?
Can she cook?
So, interestingly, I'm the cook. So she can cook. She chooses not to. Her version of cooking is ordering a takeaway. So there you go.
That's some people.
Why put in the effort when you can just have somebody else do it? I'm here for it, really. As somebody who it cooks all the time. No, I agree. I get it.
Okay, CJ says one of the things he looks for is good looking, not a pain, an asset. There you go. That's his list.
Okay.
Yours is shorter than his.
And asset. I thought he said assets. I was like, well, we already said that one, CJ.
That's in good looking too, isn't it? So then it would make it too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Can she order food while doing something else? That's alluding to a video we watched where a girl.
Oh my God.
She had braces. She's like, oh, I don't need to cook. I can just give him a blowjob. I can order food while giving him.
Yeah, she flat out was like, I refuse. I won't do it. I don't do it.
I'm just like,
I do one thing,
you
but
know,
not the other. Like,
you know your strengths, I suppose.
All right.
So good.
I mean, that's fair.
Work with what you got.
Yeah. So you moved in pretty quickly. You've been talking, say, about half a year by the time you moved in. Was there any difficulties you guys had to overcome moving in together? So I don't want to say quickly, but early on in the relationship. And spending very minimal time in person together.
So like so I was living at home at the time, and I'd never moved out before. So
that was your first. Oh my goodness.
I'm loving this story.
Porkchop, you poor girl. Okay, so let's rewind that back. How well were you taken care of at home by your family?
You know, I was paying rent and stuff. But you know, I suppose I never really learned how to do the washing and that sort of stuff. You know,
You're an expert at it now. I think I remember talking to you about it, and you're like, I do it every day. And I'm like, dang, that's a lot.
So yeah, I don't know. I guess I was at home a lot. I didn't even go to university or anything like that, so it's not. I went straight into work after school. So I didn't do living by myself at all, ever.
So it sounds like your missus taught you a lot. Or was it the internet? I'm scared to know the answer.
It taught me a lot. I guess. I'm a sponge. I pick up everything from everywhere. So
you're observative.
Yeah, I guess.
Observative.
Observant.
Okay, sorry, I don't know. English is my third language. It's fine.
But the biggest thing was, right, so when she came down to visit for the first time, and obviously came down to visit and stay in my mum and dad's house, I was at work and she was in the house with my mum, and being an older woman, my mum asked her if she was menopausal at 37.
Oh no.
And she's never forgiven her for that.
Oh no.
But my mum's Dutch, and like they don't have a filter, so
no, they don't.
Yeah, so that was quite a big thing.
Oh my goodness,
that's so funny. I mean, I can't be mad at that. I'm 36, so I guess I could see where mom's coming from.
Like she's probably thinking, you know, like every parent, they're always thinking about grandkids. It is
it's probably what
exactly.
it was. We had other stuff. I'll tell you in private the other stuff because I don't want to say, but
no worries,
there was other stuff going on at the time which meant that my mom was concerned about whether there would be grandkids at the time.
Yeah.
Are there grandkids now?
Yeah, there's plenty. Yeah.
So I got to meet one of the kidlets.
Wow. So I've only got one child. Yeah. So you met him, and we call him Applesauce.
Yeah.
Not his real name.
Pork chops and applesauce.
And he's got potatoes. Potato members.
Pork chops and applesauce.
I actually never tried pork chops with applesauce. I need to.
Oh my god, it's the best combination.
Like really good.
Yes, yeah. I love it. I love it. That was the only way I would eat pork chops as a kid.
Next time I'm in the UK, I think you're gonna have to cook for me pork chops and applesauce with potatoes.
Okay. So, yeah, well, can do. Yeah, let's arrange it. I'll
bring you ketchup chips or something.
What? Ketchup
chips are so good.
They're a Canadian thing. You can't find it anywhere else.
They're potato chips that taste like ketchup.
What?
Ketchup flavored.
It's actually really good. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, they're actually really
good.
Cool. They're delicious.
So, we got some super chats here. Jason Webster for 10 Australian dollars says, if I meet that special someone and get married, I would love for us to have kids. My parents have said they have so many great and cherished memories of myself and sister when we were kids. And that is beautiful. I hope that you get to do that, sir. Because I think watching a lot of the people who have kids in different stages and the dads we've talked to on the show, it's wonderful. Like we've seen people with like, I guess, toddlers at this point. I can't wait to talk to someone who has a newborn baby and people with full grown children. And it just seems so wonderful when they get to that age. where
Mm.
I get to be your friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
We've got a bit.
Although I'd say your son is very much your friend at this point. He's got a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah, absolutely. He's super smart. He's hyperactive as anything. I guess that's just a thing kids are now, right?
But he can talk to adults like pretty well.
Oh yeah.
And
that might be because he is an only child. So being around me and the missus, and having an awesome uncle and stuff like that, you're around adults a lot, aren't you? So that's maybe it.
Imagine having Az as an uncle. Oh god. How cool is that?
Do you know what? He's he's stricter when it comes to
that does not surprise me, actually. That does not surprise me.
It's like if we're sat down having like a family meal and right, the boy is bad at eating. He's terrible at eating. He eats what he likes. He's got a very limited repertoire of what he will eat. But if we're having a family meal, he'll be sat with his plate, and as we're like, you can't leave the table and you've eaten that. Like, so super. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Just chuck it away.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Well,
he's
learn something new every day. I wouldn't have expected that from him.
It doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me.
He's got that look. So yeah, so
he can do crazy eyes really well.
Yeah. So when and if Az ever becomes a dad himself, he'd be a super strict dad. Definitely.
Oh my god,
marching around.
He tends to like those Asian women too, and they're pretty strict.
Oh god,
if they're not Americanized or whatnot.
Imagine being in a house full of toys. You're not allowed to touch any.
Oh, I don't know how Gary does it or did it with his kids. I should say, because they're full grown now. But it's the same thing with Az's toys. Oh my god, if you broke his Tifa statue, you're dead. You are dead.
Yeah, R.I.P. Well, that's why you have more than one, so that hopefully the next one will learn from the first one's mistake and not end up dead.
But he will spoil the heck out of them too, with caveats. So, Darian Murphy for $4.99 says, if I had a checklist, it would be never feminist, kind and fair-hearted, honest, demure, elegant, attractive, woman of faith, Proverbs 31 woman. Do you know what Proverbs 31 woman is, Tugs?
Oh god, not off the top of my head. No, hold on. Let me get you the proper.
This is a hard list in America to get all checked off. Never a feminist.
All right, Proverbs 31. Oh, this is the one. Okay, so the quote is, and we'll read this in English instead of Old English. It says, Proverbs 31 says about a woman, she is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom and faithful instructions. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. So basically, a housewife. Supports her husband and all that.
Okay.
Faithful, that kind of thing.
So it's almost essentially what he said in the first part of his checklist.
Yeah.
Akin to it. So, so, I hope you find your woman.
Me too, Darian. Me
What were you about to say, Dan?
I was going to say literally the opposite of mine.
Oh, no.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that, sir.
No, I'm joking.
She's probably attractive. Come on. I don't know about woman of faith. Probably not. At the very least, I hope you say your woman is attractive.
No, yeah, of course.
I always tell that to Mark. I'm like, honey, I feel like you're not as attracted to me because you have another naked lady on you, and it's JoJo. And I'm like, can I like lay there? He's like, that's JoJo's spot. I'm like, but me.
He's gonna sleep in the car tonight.
I'm already sleeping on the floor. I've got nothing to lose.
Oh, I've had that with Mark too. When I know I'm gonna wake up early, and he comes to bed late, I'm like, you can't sleep in the same room because you're too. I mean, it's not his fault, but he's very loud when he walks and takes his leg off and all that stuff. I just don't want to deal with it.
Thunk, thunk, thunk.
Love you, honey. Jason Webster for 10 Australian. Thank you so much, Jason says, the age of adolescence can be a challenge and keep parents on their toes. My mother calls the teenage years the wait till your father gets home period. Oh my God. Because I know you're home more often than the missus. Is it the opposite? Do you ever employ that?
Wait till your mother gets home.
I guess, but he's never really, he's not naughty, so it's not really anything to really be really mad at him about.
Okay, so if he's been very good for most of his like older years, is there anything you did when you were younger to kind of facilitate that, to make him better, that you have observed yourself, or you're just that awesome that he's a good kid?
I don't know. I'm just trying to. I think just because we're awesome people, and it kind of just rubs off, doesn't it? Like,
yeah.
You treat people the way you want to be treated yourself. So that kind of, like, I guess we're fairly strict, but also fairly lenient at the same time. Like, we can let him get away with stuff, but I don't know. I guess it's hard to pinpoint.
Humble too.
Yeah. Thanks, Leo. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So I'm just trying to think if I can get answers with the right types of questions. Did you always speak to him the way you speak now? Because you never, from what I've seen, baby talk him.
Oh God, no! I hate baby talk so much. Yeah, no, always. And did I mention what he calls me? He doesn't call me Dad. He just calls me Dan. So
does he really?
Yeah. I'm just Dan.
Did you ever want to be called Dad?
Yeah, well, this is it. It's like I was talking to my girlfriend earlier, and I used to take him to the local church. So rewind a little bit. So when my son was born, I was working in TV at the time. I was making documentaries for Channel 5 and whatever. But I was freelance at the time, so very unstable. Whether you get a new contract coming in, whatever. My girlfriend is a teacher and she has a very stable job. So we made the decision that she would, after 6 months, which was very difficult, after 6 months, she would go back to work and I would full-time take on looking after the boy. So after 6 months, she went back to work and I was here with this baby.
Carrying this potato around.
Yeah. What do you do with that? And it's super rewarding, but also you as a dad walking around with a baby, you realize it's massively isolating, because all these mummy and baby groups are mummies and babies, and apparently it's a bit weird when a dad turns up to that. So you're never really welcomed. So you're always kind of not bullied, but they don't talk to me. So
that's so weird, especially in the modern day and age. You think that it would be?
I guess this was 10 years ago. So
no, that's probably fair.
So yeah.
Justice for the single dads, or the stay-at-home dads, not the single dads, the stay-at-home dads.
It was like really isolating. But after a while, I made some mummy friends and we used to go to playgroups and stuff. And then when he started talking, he never called me dad. He used to call me mama.
Oh,
And they used to take the mickey out of me all the time.
no.
Did you ever see Dinosaurs, the TV series Dinosaurs in the 90s? The little baby in that, the baby dinosaur used to call it not the mama.
Not the mama.
Not the mama.
The baby guy.
I had no idea. How did you feel about it? How did the missus feel about that?
Well, she never lets me live it down or still. She always takes the mickey out of me for it.
That's
But,
so funny. Not the
yeah,
mama.
So, yeah, I guess it's one of those things that you just gotta kind of knuckle down with and carry on. You know, it's fine. You know, I don't mind. I
So
prefer
after he stopped calling you mama, he called you Dan.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just Dan now. So weird.
Kind of close to dad, I guess.
It's but like if he really wants to get my attention, he'll be like Dan, daddy, dad, daddy, dad, Dan, Dan.
Maybe that's what it was, because I know another only child when I was in like high school, and he called his parents by their first name because they would never respond to mom and dad. So he would just call them like John and Jane to be like, hey.
It's so weird.
I don't know. Maybe that was the same thing with applesauce. I have no clue.
So I believe and siblings, they called their parents by their first names, and then at one point they actually said, I think they were at secondary school, and they were like, "Oh, can we call you mum and dad?" And they were like, "Oh yeah." So maybe it's just their genes.
Some genetic thing on naming your parent.
Man, I swear.
I like it.
That's so different. If I had ever called my parents by, especially my dad, by their first names when I was little, I probably would have gotten the backhand. Like, excuse, what'd you call me? Excuse me, I am your father, not your buddy. Sit down.
Definitely.
I mean, I still call my dad like daddy. I
do too
it's
sometimes.
Like an endearing term, and mommy. So I love them both, and maybe he'll change eventually. Maybe he won't, but either or.
Yeah, but it might be more because we are mates, you know, play games to, you know, computer games together.
You guys are friends, truly.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, and basically every day he comes up to me now and he goes, Dan, I just want you to know I'm so proud of you and your YouTube channel.
Aww.
Oh my god. Does that make you just feel so happy?
I'm like, thanks, mate. Cheers.
Well,
every day he says it.
Seen you work hard on your channel, and it's very interesting because, like, normally it's of course the parents you know, giving compliments to the kids, but I think it's that much more special when they give you a compliment back. He sounds very observative.
He's a smart cookie, and I think his attention's going to be the downfall of him.
He's still young. He needs to expend that energy. That's why.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. So next year he's to go into big school, high school. But the good thing is he's going to the same school as his mum's the teacher at. So she gets to look after him then.
What ages does she teach, or subjects?
So she's an English teacher, and she teaches from 11 to 16, is it? Something like that.
Okay, interesting. I went to a school where there were some kids that were that had the teachers. They were all smart, but I think about if they weren't smart, how awkward that would be. Those conversations you would have to have teacher to teacher.
Yeah, it's a tricky, it's a tough decision, because obviously, you do bring in bullying and stuff like that could happen if the kids find out. Or the good thing is, because I'm not married to Weg, she's got a different surname. We've got different, and he's got a different surname to her, so you know she's they shouldn't know, maybe
unless he chooses to tell them.
Yeah, But I don't know. I think he'll be all right.
That'll be interesting. We'll definitely have to bring you back after he goes to school and see how you guys have dealt with this, because that I find that interesting. Not many people have gone through it, but I'm sure people would find that super helpful. Super helpful.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see, because basically she teaches at the best school in the area, so
you had an in.
It's a no-brainer.
Will you travel together in the same car? Or does she drive to school?
No, she buses it. Yeah, he's on his own. Good
luck.
You're in high school now. Bye. Don't get arrested. Don't go to jail.
One bus ride. That's it. I've done my duty. That's it. He's out the door. It's
gonna be good for you to not have to do pick him up and drop him off.
Totally.
You can play longer into the day.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I can't wait till he goes to high school.
Yeah, I know, right? I've been waiting for this day.
More, yeah!
I've been waiting for this for so long.
Oh my! Mountain Mutt for $9.99 says, because YouTube censored my comment from Super Chat. What?
YouTube did what?
What did you try? What did you try to say?
YouTube be YouTube and Mountain Mutt. I'm sorry. They be
Thank
YouTubing.
You though for the soups.
Thank you.
It's really kind. It's really kind. Darren Murphy for $4.99 says, I found her in Europe. That's who I'm describing. Proverbs 31 is not just a housewife. It describes
godly woman.
A godly woman. I'm an Amazonian to Mark, so am I a godly woman to him? I'm kidding. It's not as bad as I don't know how they did this. I've been on a Hunger Games streak watching those set of movies. I didn't know Josh Hutcherson was 5'5" and Jennifer Lawrence is 5'9".
Really? Yeah, I think they put stuff in his boots to make him a little taller. Yeah. I'm about to start reading the Ballad of Songbird and Snakes.
book. I started that. It's pretty good. I like it. I'm trying to find it, Mountain Mutt. I can't find it. They literally censored your comment so bad that I can't find it.
It's BRB. Bye. Gone. Bye.
Oh. Okay.
Sometimes YouTube just decides it doesn't like something. Yeah, I've heard that, people's comments, and then they get mad because they're in the chat. They're like, "You blocked me," blah blah. I'm like, "Well, we didn't do anything. It's not us.
It's not us.
We must have been so bad, Mountain Mutt. What did you do?"
Some pretty bad stuff.
We have what did you do? Number one non-potato fan, Cappy with 5 BGN says, "I heard Porkchop is here, and there's no better waifu out there." Oh, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about being a waifu?
Pass.
That's how he feels. There we go.
Oh, Cappy.
Oh my gosh.
Our favorite Bulgarian.
Yeah.
Now, seeing as you've kind of been at home, then you moved in with the missus, and then kids and whatnot, so you had to do a lot of learning. What is kind of your strategies to learn? Did you use the internet at the time, or friends, or how did you learn how to take care of yourself? Struggled? Because I've done that too.
Probably. I didn't do a very good job of it to start with. When I first moved to London, it took me maybe 6 months to get the courage to actually wander outside, because I came from the countryside.
Oh, I can see that. Very busy. And London is I've never been, but I've been
and
in the huge. Oh yeah.
Southeast London. And quite soon after I moved down, I don't know, can you remember about, was it 14 years? There were riots and stuff going on in London. That was my introduction to London. So I literally could look out my window and there was a car on fire out my window. I was like,
that's freaky.
Okay.
You're like, so I'm moving back to the country. Bye.
Yeah. It took a long time to acclimatize to it. Yeah. The right,
which is intense. And like, I know as an adult moving to a new area, whole new set of friends,
well,
family. If you didn't even have family there, it
you
makes
say a whole new set of friends. That is one thing that I haven't made any friends here. Like, all my friends are internet friends. I have no one here.
That is like such a I think it's common in a lot of especially men, because it is really hard to make friends with dudes.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
No, it is. And I mean, I recently watched one of those Abba and Preach videos where Camelot is in it. If you have a chance, you should check that out. And he had something pretty similar. He was in a marriage, and then the marriage ended, and then he found he actually didn't have any close friends. Like, he had friends, but not like, didn't seem close. So to see that this is a struggle that men constantly have, it's like, what can you do to make more friends? And I mean, like, you fell into this world, right? Like, I learned about you 9 months ago ish, at the beginning of the year, I think. Yeah, so like, you fell into this world through Az, correct?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Where you going with it?
Oh, I'm just like the friends thing. Like, you know, you can make friends online.
Yeah.
Like, I look at Discord for on like the Nerdrotic, the Geeks and Gamers and whatnot, and same thing with like mine and Tugs, and especially yours. You have a very strong knit group of people on your side of the internet.
It's probably why I've built this little close-knit community now. Is because for years I haven't actually had anyone, so that's, and I really appreciate it now, and so that's probably why I'm putting more effort in to this than I probably should. I'm like, constantly just having chats with people in Discord, and you know, just hanging out, and like, that's, I guess, what I'm missing from my actual real life. Don't have it. Haven't had it. I mean, because I'm not your typical guy. I'm not into football. I'm not into sports. My favorite thing to watch on TV was Minecraft videos for years. You know, that's, you know, I just would watch people playing Minecraft when I was just looking after the boy when he was growing up. That was always doing. I fell into quite a, you know, it's kind of a bad rut, and you don't actually get a lot done. You're just wasting time. You're just waiting for time to go by. And that was actually quite good that now, through Az, we've opened up this brand new thing, you know. It's and it's, I feel like my life is completely different now. I run home after dropping the boy off at school to try and get on here as soon as I can to play a video. Like, shall I let you in for a little secret?
Us and 100 people here, yes.
So before I started streaming, I didn't really play games.
Fake gamer guy.
I didn't. I don't. You know.
That's okay. I didn't either.
She doesn't even know what the thing is, so you're fine.
No, I watched the movie, The Thing.
Now she does. She didn't.
Okay.
Do you think? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure you did watch it.
Yeah, I thought you were relating to a game, so I want to make sure. I think I know The Thing. But anyway, sorry, I interrupted, Mr. P.
It's fine, but like that. But that's it. It's like I was never really, and that's how the whole potato thing came about. You know, because
you felt like a potato.
You know, well, you know, it's the whole potatoes go with pork chops. There you go. That's one thing. But also, I am a potato gamer. So you know, you don't come to me for expert tutorials on how to do these things. You come to me because I'm an idiot and I'm really bad at doing games. I have no idea
I
what I'm doing.
love that though. We
You
have so many
found your
people in this
niche.
community that are good at it. That it's nice to have those that are not so good because you're like, oh, it's not just me. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
I die a lot.
Yeah, same. I feel
Yeah.
I also die a lot.
Yes,
really
I know. I've seen it way too many times. But I think it's funny that you say that you didn't have the real life friends, and somehow you've created probably one of the most engaging um like Discord communities online as well, and to see your channel grow so much and have actually close friends that you talk to quite often.
All the
It,
time. Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to do. Like I have never, like I have I have my friends, but not as close a group of friends that you do.
But
Very, very impressed with that.
it's just like talking, isn't it? It's just chatting shit to people and just you know, that's what it is, and that's what I was missing from my life. And I feel, do you know what? I feel so much lighter having it now. It's great.
Mhm.
I love that.
I love it so much. I don't know if the missus bees about Mr. P playing games all day. He's doing it as a job.
Well, she
Okay, never mind. we won't go there. We won't go there.
she has said to me, you know, what I do is not stressful. I just sit around playing games all day, and it's not a proper job. So, you know, whatever.
I think as long as you're doing your efforts, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I think that was something that a lot of people who date content creators, especially gamers, don't understand, is that it sounds like we're doing nothing, but it actually is a lot more difficult. Do you ever have to talk to her about that, like how it feels for you, or because I mean, she knows about Az doing his thing, right?
Yeah, obviously. So yeah, and he's very successful at what he's done, and he's built it up over many years, and like he had to go through many years of struggles to get to the point that he's at. I guess she doesn't want to see, well, I mean, wasting time. And like, because it's so hard these days, everything costs so much money,
and you're living in a very expensive city,
and you know, it's like bills go up all the time. It's ridiculous. Just keeping your head above water is so hard right now. So yeah, it's and it's like, you know, the life of a streamer, or it's nothing's guaranteed, is it? So
absolutely not. We've seen even the most popular people get demonetized.
So it's there's no stability to it, and I guess for her it's a hard thing to watch, and it's like, you know, you guess I could be off. Like that, I made a decision like early on that I wanted to spend time at home, because like the job that I was doing, I would be away for weeks, and
Oh,
you know,
really? Like,
yeah,
what's
like,
the longest you were away?
wow, like 2-3 weeks at a time.
Wow.
And that was like in the early days of when he was a baby, because I was the kind of shoots I was on, I would have to be on location for weeks at a time. So yeah, that is tricky. And like, if I want to do this more, if I want to push that career, I would have to be away a lot more, and it's really
like,
long
what
hours.
things would you prefer? And I mean, a struggle, like I personally would like my person home more. One of my friends, her brother works in the oil business, and he goes to work for 4 weeks at a time, but then he's home for 2 weeks.
Right.
So, especially in the early years of the kids, it was a struggle for the wife, who also had a language barrier. She was from the Philippines, in an English country, no family around, and those Filipinos, they love having their family. So it's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
I don't know, like, I would personally prefer to have my person home if I could, but it's just the way the world is.
Yeah.
Can't
No, that's
choose
it. It's like,
everything.
because even if I was working full time, I still wouldn't be able to cover like both of our incomes. So she would still have to work. So and she doesn't drive or anything like that. And with childcare and stuff, that's the thing. Childcare is so expensive.
It's so expensive. It's that way
How
here too.
much
It's ridiculous.
how much is it in like the UK? Like
So
$100
depends.
a week?
Oh no, it's like 80 to £100 a day.
What?
Yeah.
What's the minimum wage?
If not more. If not more. A minimum wage here is like £11 an hour.
Oh my god! So at a minimum wage, you couldn't even pay for a day.
No.
Of daycare, you lose money.
Yeah.
Doing that.
And
wow.
That's it. It's like, so why should you go out working for hours and hours to earn basically nothing for someone else to bring your kid up?
Yeah. Working
Didn't make
to
any
pay
sense.
the babysitter.
Exactly.
No, that's what it is. Yeah.
And that at a very early stage, we were like, we don't want that. So okay, she can cover the bills, and okay, I can occasionally go off and do work and whatever. But it was very, very tough in the early days.
Yeah. People have to go through that a lot of the times. I know in my line of work, a lot of people, the males will take paternity leave because they get top up. So even if it's just 2 months of paternity leave, they do it just to get that extra bit. And that's usually at the end of the maternity leave. I mean, Canada's a bit more blessed than the States. The States, I think it's 8 weeks of maternity leave, which is so short, like 2 months. That's way too short.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we get about a year to 18 months. I don't know about the UK.
Yeah, I think it's for maternity. I think it's guaranteed. Your average job here in the United States will give you guaranteed about 3 months of maternity leave.
That's so short.
Then you can take time off on top of that. So you'll see a lot of moms, if they do plan on going back to work, to spend more time, like instead of going back to work right away, they'll actually get FMLA. And then you can do, it's I can't remember. It stands for something medical leave. What does it stand for? Family maternity leave, something or other. Anyway, and so but you can get that for pretty much anything here in the States at this point, but it's an additional, so like you can call it a sick from work without any punishments. You know what I mean? So like, let's say your job, you can only call out how many days before you get written up, or you have to have a doctor's note. FMLA, you don't have to do that. So a lot of parents, moms especially, will get the FMLA just in general, but then they'll add, so you can take like, I think it's like 9 weeks of FMLA on average on the job. I think that's what it is. And then after that, it's more like, hey, are you coming back to work? So they'll do the maternity leave, and then they'll do FMLA leave on top of that and cash it out for that first year while the baby's little, and then they'll adjust accordingly. So it's a math out here. And I think out here our daycare annually for is about like $15,000 a year. And those are for the older kids. And if you want infants, it's more expensive. And so
they need more time and energy. Ugh.
Yeah, and it may have gone up. I don't know what the numbers are now, but it's very expensive.
Oh, it's probably definitely
Guys, if I have children, I'll just like breastfeed while I'm live on stream, you know? It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, you'll get the super chats.
Yeah, you would.
Oh my
That's how you get that extra money.
And it's natural, so it's fine.
That's fair.
I think you're allowed to breastfeed on stream, but I don't know. I probably would keep a little blankie on top, knowing me. Mountain Mutt for $4.99 when watching the party animal stream. When Mr. P has a laughing fit, I've literally lost the ability to breathe, laughing so hard along with him. Yes.
Oh my! I was dying. I had to run out the house. I had to go and get some strepsils because my throat. I was dead. I was dying. Yeah, no.
Party Animals is so wild. I love
that game.
Party Animals. It's I don't know what I'm doing and I'm terrible at it, but it's so funny.
Yeah, no one knows what they're doing. It's
perfect. It's realistically, it's like fighting with stuffed animals, and it's just looks cute because it's stuffed animals. But imagine it was any other. It's basically like World of Warcraft, Call of Duty without the guns.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris Benoit. Do you know who Chris Benoit is, Mr. P? Okay. For 5 Canadian says, I like these streams. Keeps reaffirming my parenting habits. Someday my son will appreciate all I did to him.
Listen, it doesn't usually happen until we're in our 30s and then we're like, gosh darn it. Dad and mom were right. I'm so sorry. I appreciate everything. I don't want to be an adult anymore. But when we're teens, the majority of us we're just a little bit sassy.
Yeah. Wait.
But we can do what we want. And
Tugs, do you know who Chris Benoit is?
Yes. You told me once. Do I remember?
Okay.
Because I may or may not have been buzzed. No, maybe not.
Okay, let me read this for verbatim. Chris Michael Benoit was a Canadian wrestler. Where is
that's right. Yeah.
WWE. In 3 days, a double murder-suicide. Benoit murdered his wife in the residence on June 22nd, 2007, and then his son the next day.
Yeah. I forget
to him, not for him.
I remember now because I was like, well, no, that maybe they just have the same name. And you're like, no, it's literally named after the wrestler. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, he does this a lot. Any good parenting tips for him, Mr. P?
I mean,
That's right. Every time he always gets me every time because I'm just like, oh no, it's not funny. It's a little funny.
Wow, I like that she laughs while reading my bio.
The situation is not funny. The YouTube account is
very funny.
Very funny because I never remember. That it's the troll account. I never remember it. So I always take it seriously and then I get trolled. I'm like, God dang it. Every single time.
So many times. Asks for dad advice.
Every time.
Or dating advice. We just go on.
Just don't murder.
Don't. Yeah, don't do that.
No. There's like a billion things you can do before that to calm down a situation.
Yeah, don't do steroids. That's also good life advice. Yeah, that was what led to it. I did pull a Chrissy. I do it every time, guys. Every single dang time. One of these days, I'm going to make a little note for myself right here on the top of the computer that says, don't fall for Chris Benoit's shenanigans.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yes, Chris. Do the opposite of what you did. Psychotic Mongoose, thank you for the Poor Choices memberships. Thank you very much.
That was to me. Thanks, Psychotic Mongoose.
Wait, what?
He gifted a membership to me.
Oh, oh wait, you got it? That's hilarious. You're now a lush.
Yay me.
There we go. Darren Murphy for $1.99 says Chris Benoit got Chrissy the best. She
did he? I bet.
He asked for dating advice and Chrissy gave like seriously like good dating advice.
It was probably really good dating advice too, knowing her.
It was good. And then like people in the chat were like, haha, they got her. Do you even know who Chris is? And I'm like, and then I searched it because I didn't actually give any advice at that point. And I'm like, oh, this got real dark because he mentioned wanting to be better for his wife and kid.
I know. Poor Christy. She probably was like, oh.
Yeah, leave her alone. She's a beautiful pregnant woman.
I know. I remember when that happened. I just was like, no freaking way. Anyway, not when Chrissy got trolled, but when the real Chris Benoit absolutely lost his mind.
I definitely was not aware of him.
At that point. Lord. I used to watch wrestling back in the day, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Men hugging each other wasn't my thing. Wait, did you like wrestling?
See, I didn't even know that heel versus babyface was a wrestling term.
Your mic has went weird.
It's gone weird?
Yeah, maybe your phone.
Sounds like you're in a static. Is it me?
Yeah.
Is it me?
It might be your phone is near your thing. Oh, wow. I'll babysit for Kristen to make up for it. Wow. Wow.
Not falling for those shenanigans. Not doing it. I'm going to absolutely forget to write myself a note.
No. Chris, I hope to meet you one day in a very well-lit place where there's cameras.
Lots of people around. Many cameras, possibly a security guard that's armed.
Yeah. You can carry in the States, right? Oh, you're Canadian, so yeah. I'll get my butter knife. Is it?
Is my mic fixed?
Yes. Is it your phone?
Sorry. No, I don't know what it is. It's my mixer. I need a better mixer.
Ooh, okay. Well, I love upgrades. I live in Canada too, X-ray, so it's very, very possible.
Ooh.
Why when you say that, it sounds creepy? I'm putting in that tone now. Cappy for 5 BGN says, casually waiting for Mr. Porkchop to play Phasmo with Tugs and X-ray and maybe a special 4th person. Have you ever played Phasmophobia?
Absolutely do that.
Yeah.
Do you get scared? I think you do.
Yeah.
I get scared and I die a lot.
We should do that in Demonologist. I really like Demonologist.
I like Demonologist too. Yeah, we should play. I'm so in. That would be so fun. Oh man.
Definitely.
You don't have to play spooky games only during spooky season, friends. I know you guys are dying to scare me, so it's fine.
I do. I actually added a bunch of blurps and I'm so excited for them.
Me too. I added a couple of ones that you created too, X-ray.
Nice.
So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now listen,
now
Linda.
listen. I think Cappy is saying, I want to be the 4th person. But Cappy, you can't always just win, Cappy. Sometimes we have to die, okay?
That's just me.
That's me. I die all the time.
I love
lethal. Oh, I have to look at it. What is lethal company? Am I going to fall for another thing? Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh. Now, okay. For all the potatoes out there, do you guys ever talk about dating? Like, because I know some of them are very young. Like, particularly one I met. He was very, very young with the curls.
I guess not really. We should probably talk more about dating. Now, I found out the other day that Clissu, Giga Chad there, is dating, and he's been keeping it very quiet.
Clissu, I met Clissu.
Yeah, you met
curls,
Clissu,
right? Yeah.
Clissu with glasses, Danish,
very tall.
He was averagely tall. Jens was the tall guy.
Jens was okay. Oh my god.
Jens
okay,
is the young.
Them all up.
Jens is the young, tall guy, Swedish guy.
Okay, yes. I just love it. His hair's so soft.
Yeah.
Hi, Jens. Sorry, I mixed you up. Clissu, I need to see a picture. We'll look later. Okay, so Clissu's been dating.
So Clissu's dating, but he hasn't asked for any advice. But I'm here for you, buddy.
Do boys talk about dating like in all your life? Like, is that a thing? I feel like guys don't talk about dating as much.
Like,
they're just like, yeah, I'm seeing a girl.
So because I asked him if he wanted to play a game, and he was like, "Oh, sorry, I'm on a date." I was like, "What? A date with a girl?
You? Like on purpose?"
I was like,
this feels like a comic book store moment. Girls here?
A girl?
Oh my god!
What? That was one of my favorite flexes walking into like GameStop. I'm not gonna lie, or like the comic book shop. Is that this girl walking in? They would everybody. Doesn't matter if you're pretty or not. They're just like a girl. What? Where? Why?
So my
Germany.
That's why
to
he's
the
been going
DJ,
to
is
Germany so often. Oh, it's all making sense now.
Can you handle
I'm gonna
German
call her-
personality? Those girls are
I'm
not for the faint
Ooh,
of
don't
heart.
mess with them.
Yeah, those German
rough.
girls are tough cookies. Tough cookies.
I'm just imagining blonde and blue eyes because she's from Germany. It's the only thing I can think of.
1934 would like to have a word with you.
Every person I met from Germany actually legitimately was blonde and blue eyed. So
do you know why?
take it as you will.
No, let's not talk about that.
Let's talk. Yeah, I was like, do you remember his speech?
We'll actually talk about genetics, but yeah, no.
I've always wanted to see Germany, though. High key, I want to see Germany.
Oh, here. This is your advice. Mr. P's advice is to move in with her next week.
Do it, mate. If it's
You won't
right, it's
regret it.
right. Just do it. You won't regret it.
How do you feel about that?
Don't get banned from the chat by YouTube, people. Be nice. We get it.
Out of the two German people I've actually seen pictures of, one was Smooth the DJ. I think he was blonde, blue eyes, and then I have a friend who is married actually to a guy that's German. We call him G-man. I kind of want to call your lady G-woman. G-lady.
G-woman and G-man.
Yeah, German lady. He was blonde and blue-eyed too. But I don't think I've met too many German people, to be honest, out in the world. They don't travel as much as like Irish or Australians do, or British.
Don't know. I've barely traveled, to be honest. So don't ask
I can't
me.
wait until you come to the USA one day.
Well,
you have to come to Texas.
You've got to blow me up, like my channel. So
I was like, wow, we like the British.
Please finish that sentence. What are you about to say?
I'm gonna talk like this now, okay?
We love the British here. Now we didn't like you, 200 years ago, but now we love you.
Yeah.
Okay, we to clarify, we want to blow his channel up, not
yes.
Oh, right. Hey, that Fed guy that was listening earlier. Yeah, for legal reasons, that was a joke. We want to blow up the channel. The channel.
Let's go.
YouTube might start.
The YouTube guy's gonna have a field day with this stream. We're really sorry about the whole Tea Party thing. No, we're not. You sit down.
Hey, the British love their tea. Bring tea. I love tea.
Ooh, yes, I would like a good, proper British tea, please.
Well, my favorite tea is Earl Grey. So
I love Earl Grey.
I love Earl Grey.
Yeah,
that's my favorite. I'm not so much of a normal cuppa. I'm a coffee guy, to be honest. It's Earl Grey or coffee.
What? How do you make your coffee?
One of us.
Just out of
In
curiosity.
a coffee machine.
Okay. Just
drink it black, or do you put milk in it, or cream?
No, I've got one of those pod machine things. So
a K-cup.
Whatever.
Yeah, I just got a new coffee maker because we use the AeroPress, which I've used for camping, and I quite like that. But because of how much Mark drinks and I drink in one day, it's like ridiculous. So we got that.
Between the wine and the coffee, it's wonder if she's got any water in her body, really. Same.
We got Todd Burnop for $2. Says, girls have cooties.
You gotta get your cootie shots. Also, underneath the super chat, I don't know if you can see it on your end. It says it's Todd's 5th super chat on a live stream. So thank you,
Todd. That's really kind of you. Thank you.
That's so cool. I like that it tells us.
Todd's a massive potato.
Okay, wait. I wanna put in the chat. We're gonna put a poll. How many potatoes? Many of you guys are potatoes.
Do you like scones with your tea or just the tea?
I wouldn't say no to a scone, but it has to be right. So
we talked about this, the custard and the jam.
It's custard. What are you talking about?
What's it called? No, a cutty.
What's it called?
Cotty?
No, try again. One more time.
Cottage cheese? I don't know.
Cottage cheese, clotted cream.
Clotted cream.
Clotted.
He was gonna get there eventually. Clotted cream. Clotted cream is good.
Yeah. So as we established, I grew up in Devon, and the Devonians have one way of making a scone, and the Cornish, the next door neighbours, they have another way of making a scone, and I'm Devonian through and through. So it's clotted cream first, and then your jam. Yes,
that's how I think we did it at the museum that we went to. I wanted to eat more. They were so good.
Clotted cream is great. We don't really get that here.
Black is nice as holy crap. Damn, buddy.
Damn. Now that should be a blurb. Damn.
Damn.
You gotta record yourself saying.
Damn, Daniel.
Damn, Daniel.
When you get in trouble, do you get called Daniel?
What?
I don't know.
Specifically that is.
When you get in trouble, do you hear that?
I never get in trouble.
Oh,
so no.
You're a good boy.
Yeah.
So the Cornish and you would have scone wars.
You pretty much.
Scone wars?
Yeah, it's
like throw them at each other.
It's a very political thing.
Oh, very interesting. Yeah. I never thought it would be that much of a controversy.
Yeah, there have been many wars and many people have died over it.
Died? Oh, no. Maybe a heart attack from eating too much clotted cream.
Probably.
It's clotted cream.
I do like I wonder if I can find a place that has some good clotted cream here. This is the cows here are just not as good as the cows in the UK. Beef is real good up there.
I'm just trying to find raw milk, okay? Jeez.
Hey, well, maybe you can go find Melanie Mac. I'm
gonna DM her and be like, listen, I am here and your family is here. I think we need to meet in the middle. I'll give you money. I want some raw milk, please.
Yeah.
I don't have room for my own cow yet, so we have to adapt and overcome.
But you'll make room for me one day, right?
Wait, are you just call yourself a cow? No. Yes. But yes. But also yes, but no.
What?
Andrew Matthew says, "Is Mrs. Porkchop a grockle?" So a grockle is a Devonian term for a tourist. So yeah.
I'm a grockle.
So that's an interesting. I wasn't thinking I was ever going to see grockle on YouTube. So
yeah, here you are.
Thank you,
we can call her the grockle.
Yeah, I guess.
What was her name again? Webby or something? Weglet.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean again?
Well, it's from West End Girl.
West End Girl.
Yeah.
Weglet.
The West End Girl. Living in the
That'll be your new theme song.
So that's not the song, but
it is now.
We're changing it.
I'm changing it. That is what it is now.
Jason Webster for 10 Australian. Thank you, Jason. In college, used to get girls come up to me to listen, comfort, and give advice on solving problems in their relationship with boyfriends. I was always glad to help. I just hope my advice worked. You never followed up, Jason? I would have actually liked to know.
Slide in those DMs.
Yeah, or maybe not. That might be sending the wrong message, but
that's fair.
Thank you, Jason. I'd like to think that I give okay to good advice depending on who you are and what situation you're in, but
actually definitely better at the advice than I am. I'm just like, oh my god,
it has to be specific to a situation. Now, the one thing I've never given advice on, and I don't even know how I would even approach it, is when it comes to bullying. I watch and listen on podcasts all the time, but I think everyone has different approaches to it. You know, like I find a lot of men with the sons say like, you know, if you don't need to fight, don't fight, but also stand your ground if you're protecting yourself and friends. Which I don't know, as a kid, how do you give that advice as like a mom to a kid? I don't know. And hopefully you've
Punch him
never
in the
had to
face.
deal with it. Wow.
Well, my advice, like to my son, is to just ignore it and tell a teacher, tell an adult, go to the authorities. but I don't believe in fighting. So
Me neither.
I don't want to see him punching someone. And like he really hates one of the kids in school. And he comes out sometimes. I really want to punch him in the. I'm like, don't do it, dude. Like, because you just get yourself in so much trouble.
He's so gentle too. I can't imagine him fighting.
And like, no, like, don't pick a fight you can't win. Like, please. And also that kid's family is scary, so please don't do that.
Oh my god.
Because I don't want to get into that.
Are they gonna go to the same high school? Do you know?
No, thank God.
Then that might be solved based on this move, and then they'll have to work. I think the hard thing is, like, I would never want to take my kid away from the school unless, of course, his life is in danger or her life is in danger, because you need to learn how to deal with bullies, because that's just what real life is, What are you going to do? And those are the things that you learn and stay with you. And I think you just have to figure it out what works for your kid as well. Can you imagine you said, my dad could beat up your dad?
We all said it. Well, I did, at least.
I didn't.
Did you
I
not?
didn't fight. But to be fair, we went to a lot of like karate fighting classes, so we kind of could kick butt if needed. I never did. The only time I ever got in a fight was because my friend was getting beat up, but like,
that's fair. That's fair.
4-on-1 is not fair on a little human being, okay?
No.
I took out the earrings.
She's like, hold my earrings.
I didn't want them pulled.
Oh my god.
I never had to fight. I don't know that I would be a good fighter, but I also had street cred, so I didn't have to really worry about it.
There you go. I definitely was not a person with street cred. Do I look like a person or sound like someone with street cred? Can I do your math and taxes for you? We got Cappy for another 5 BGN. Says, I can understand the British. I can understand the Merkin. And heck, I need subtitles for the Canadian. And he goes hides.
Wow. And he also went to bed. So good night, Cappy. Go to bed.
Hi, Cappy. Go to bed. It's too late for you. Thank you, Cappy. Jason with another 5 Australian says, yes, my advice did. They would come and say they appreciated it and give me a hug. Oh, I love that. I love that. Ooh, here's a good question. Do you think you can be friends with females? Because I think a lot of people out there on the internet don't believe that.
Yes.
As a man.
Yeah, absolutely. And I personally, I've had far more female friends throughout my life than I have male friends. At school, I always used to hang out with the girls, and the lads would be playing football. And I'd just be chatting with the girls. And yeah, I've always had more female friends than male friends. So yeah, absolutely. And like, if you get jealous, then what's wrong with you? Because like, you're obviously in an unstable relationship, because jealousy should not be a thing. So.
And I mean, I've talked to you offline, and you are very good at navigating like a very good proper friendship between like the different sex. And I'd actually say now you probably have more male friends than female.
Well, I guess that's because YouTube is a massive sausage fest.
Yes. What is your percentage of female viewers?
I think I'm at 96. It's 96% male, 4% female.
I mean, that's better than mine. I had the last I checked 1%.
I didn't even know you can check that.
I need to check it.
Yeah, you can. So it's under analytics. You go to audience, and
I'm doing it right now.
Actually, I'm
so
going to
for
do
our
it now.
channel, we actually have 2.5% female
Hey.
for poor choices, but I know when I go to mine, it's going to be
audience.
very, very low.
Oh,
let's see. Oh, I'm at 3.3. What?
Yay! I am 100% male.
There we go.
0% female. And all of my men are between the ages of 35 and 44 years old. Wow.
35 and 44. Let's see. What is yours, Mr. P?
Apparently it's 99.2% male now. So.
You actually have more men than I do. Wow. It is a sausage fest over there.
Wow.
So what I'm hearing is if you're a lady and you're looking, you go to Mr. P's potato clan and you can find a good man.
I swear, we've got loads of girls in our potato ship. I don't know.
Just like Eo in the chat. Why is my head not working right now? Who else is there?
So Eo, like Eo, Daphne, Leda, we've got loads of girls.
Yeah. My ages are between 25 and 54 years old. And then I have 9% in the 55 to 64. Yeah, I got a good range.
I'm higher, much older men.
When you say it, it's funny. I don't know why. I should be laughing.
Like 55 to 65-year-old men, like watch.
It's just the way you're saying it. I can't help but laugh. Oh my god.
I mean,
yes, and Sandy as well. And Dirk skews the age allegedly from one of the 54-year-olds. And I love I love all the chats. The chat's all good. Y'all make me happy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Has your son asked about dating yet? Is he ever interested in dating?
Now, like he definitely went through a stage of liking the girl up the road, and they were like best friends.
Did he talk about it, or you just noticed?
Like you could tell, and then apparently I heard him. Apparently he told her that he liked her. And she laughed in his face, and it made him feel awful. So yeah, because like, and then she was dating like the tall, blonde, blue-eyed boy that has nothing going on in his head. It's like, you're so shallow.
Yes.
So, but yeah, he's sworn off dating until high school for now.
There we go. When his hormones are gonna go insane.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. God, like, it's funny, like, because he got a spot the other day, and he was like, "Have I got some hormones?"
A spot of what?
Do you know just a pimple?
Oh, a pimple. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, like a pimple. Like, he's like, "Have I got some hormones?" He's so excited to get the hormones. Oh my god!
He says that. He says that now.
Was he German? Belgian. Even worse.
That's even worse.
French Belgian.
Oh,
that's the worst type.
The French.
Yeah, not.
We watched a TV show today called For the Love of Lena.
Oh, Lord.
And the Frenchman referred to his tool as his baguette.
A French baguette. I was like, oh, okay. Well, now I can never eat baguettes again. So thank you for that.
Like, bready, yeasty. Ugh, doesn't sound appealing.
No. I mean, like they're rough and hard on the outside, which I mean, sure, whatever. Maybe the hard part would be cool, but like not the crispy-ish corner.
There you go. Look. Dar says French Belgians are the worst. True facts.
Wow, and we actually have a French Belgium in the chat. Hi.
Whoopsies.
They always surrender.
Oh
no. Oh.
At least he's got a sense of humor.
This is like one of our most controversial podcasts.
Oh my god!
You're gonna
I'm
get
so sorry.
now.
That's the last time I get invited to anything.
No, never. We'll obviously have you back. Cappy for 5.
Go to bed.
Okay, last message before sleep. The only time I have more male viewers than female ones is when Can Man is playing a video game with me. I don't know why.
Can Man brings all the male milkshakes to the yard.
Brings all the baguettes to the yard. And they're like, I'm Frencher than yours. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yes, Cappy, go to bed. Thank you very much for the super chat.
Go to bed.
You need your sleep. I know it's like 2 o'clock in the morning where you are. That's so late. Yes, I think you should put applesauce in Muay Thai. I think Muay Thai is a great fighting tool where you can use it for just like every day. I have used it when I was fighting.
Okay.
It's good exercise too.
Yeah.
And a good way to get all that energy out. If, if there is one close to you. I don't even know.
Probably. There's everything here.
I don't know. But London it's good and it's bad to have that much stuff close to you.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, there's everything here. So, but it's just everything's so expensive. That's the thing. It all comes down to money at the end of the day. And like having a child is just expensive. So yeah. Make sure you got a lot of money before you start breeding.
Did you plan when you guys got pregnant or was it just a bit of a schmacksident?
No, it was planned. So kind of like so she miscarried the previous year. But we were living in a flat at the time, and then we moved house. We bought this place, and then pretty much it was like 3 months after we moved into this place, pregnant. And then it's like, okay, no time to appreciate a house to ourselves anymore.
We're just getting ready for applesauce to come on out.
Yeah, so we had like just under a year in this house alone, and then that's it, baby.
Bam, baby.
Yup. So it was planned. It was planned because she's older than me, so it was kind of like, okay, we've got to do it now, otherwise it would never be done. So we had to do it sooner rather than later. But yeah, it was obviously it could have been better. We could have been in a better financial situation before.
There's always that conversation, I think, that every parent has. It's just there's never a great time to do it. You always feel like you're not prepared, no matter how much you prepare.
I don't think anybody's ever prepared. It doesn't matter, the money and any of it. You know what I mean? Like, I think that you're just never prepared.
Before he was born, I'd never even held a baby. I'd never even changed a nappy or anything. Like, I was too scared to hold other people's babies.
The first baby you ever touched? Like, held onto, cared for?
Yeah.
Interacted with?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Oh, that's freaky.
Yeah.
That was really freaky.
Yeah. And he was tiny.
They're so
soft, tiny little baby. It was
squishy.
Tiny.
They're so tiny when they're. Oh my gosh, they're so
6 pounds. Yeah. It was tiny.
It's always a shock how small they are, how delicate and resilient they can still be at that.
Do you want to see a picture of a tiny baby?
Yes, obviously.
Like a just born baby, and like the birth was a whole other thing. That was a scary situation. It was an emergency C-section.
Oh, no. Those are scary for sure. Because
yes.
I see the aftermath of them a lot of the times, especially when they're like a preemie, or if they forgot or couldn't find a sponge. And oh my God, is all I have to say.
I'm trying to find a good one.
I can't imagine being awake for that. Whew.
Oh my God. Look at this. Right, let me show you.
Oh, my
Oh, he's
goodness.
so cute. Adorable.
Oh my God.
You're a mummy? I had no idea.
8 pounds? Oh my Lord.
8 pounds, my God. Yeah, he was 6 pounds, 4 ounces, I think, when he was born.
God. Oh, Mike says his were humongous in comparison.
Jeez,
9.5 pounds and 8 pounds. Holy crap.
That's a toddler. No.
I think I've Googled like the smallest and the largest babies, and like the small ones are like they're fine, you know, like they're more scary to have birthed and make sure that they stay alive. But I cannot imagine coming out of the birth canal like a 13-14 pound baby. That's a real toddler at that rate. Oh my God. See, like you, Brian here, 1 pound 8 ounces, that would be so freaking scary for me.
Yeah. That's terrifying.
Like you, not even the hand, in the palm. That's how big that baby is.
Yeah. It's so scary. So like I said, like it was a tricky birth. It was actually because so she had what's it called, gestational diabetes. So and also because she was older, so she was classed as a like a geriatric high risk. And then we're like, right, because you got the gestational diabetes, the baby's going to be huge because there's too much sugar in your blood. So we're going to need to induce the baby early. So we went in for early to be induced early, and it didn't happen for 3 days. She was in that ward. So she got
poor thing.
She got the sweep. She got you know, various midwives putting their fingers in places, and you know, all that sort of thing. And it and then and they had the heart monitor on the baby or whatever, you know, the Doppler thing. I don't know what it's called. And I was looking at the trace, and I could see the baby's his heart rate, or it's slowly getting less and less and less and less. And then I'm
Oxygen.
like, yeah, I said, excuse me, like, what's going on here? And they're like, right, okay, can you just sign this form? And like, I had to sign the waiver, and they're like, right, we're going. And it was midnight. He was born at 12:21.
Wow, that's quick.
And he was taken out. We were going down the corridor. I remember being she was on the bed going to the operating theatre. They chucked me in this room. I had to put a gown on, a hat on, had to wear the shoes, and I was like freaking the fuck out. It was so weird. And then they brought me into the operating theatre, and the you know, there's a screen up over her, and they were like, yeah, just don't look round there.
Did you?
What did I do?
You actually looked. No, that's really tough to do that. I've seen it. It's not easy to see that. Oh my God.
You don't want to see.
Was the baby already out at that point?
I can't remember. All I remember was there was stuff out
everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's why those are insane, those emergency C-sections. Oh my God. How did you feel afterwards? Did you regret it?
It's just insane, isn't it? I don't know. Like, you just feel everything at the same time. It's just like you're scared that your partner's going to die because they're on the operating theatre. And like, she's like there going, what's happening? Like, and you can smell the burning flesh when they're cauterizing all the stuff like that. It's such a weird experience. And like, I took a picture of her, like, because they gave her the baby, like and she like, you know, there's no color in her face, she's like green and like she looks so ill, but like baby.
Oh yeah,
But,
well, I'm glad everything went well. It just seems
wow,
scary at that
well,
moment.
we would say that, but then after that, they were like, oh, it looks like you might be preeclamptic. So they kept her in the hospital for a little while afterwards. So and then he wouldn't latch, so so then he was being bottle fed, and then they're like, oh yeah, Dad, you can go home now. I'm like,
Oh no,
with the baby.
With the baby, and yeah, take him home because you
What?
bottle feeding, and so I'm there at home by myself with
Oh
this
no.
tiny baby. I've never touched a baby before.
Did they
What do
teach
I
you at
do?
all in the hospitals? Is that a thing?
Sorry,
Like, I don't know what it's like. I think it
That's-
depends on each nurse too.
I don't know. I guess they expect you to know these things, but so like he's there in the cot, and I'm like, is he breathing?
Oh my god.
You put your hand over it, like, is it still alive?
Oh my god. And there's no, like, did you read books at all or take classes or anything?
I don't
Okay.
read books.
Okay.
We
Just
have the
wanna make
books.
sure.
We got the book. We got the books in the loft still. I didn't read them. But,
Yep.
he's
Eel
still
is
alive
right.
now.
He survived. You did fine.
Exactly.
You
No
know,
one knows
you're
what
so
they're doing.
stressed. And think about back in the day when people did squat in fields and give birth that way or whatever, right? Like they made do with what they had. They don't have the gadgets that we do today. They just did it. So
God.
I'm proud of you.
I just remembered one thing when he, like, the day afterwards, the midwives were like looking at the baby and whatever. They're like, he said, "Oh, he's very alert, isn't he?" And we're like, "Is that a good thing?" we like, apparently, alert babies mean they're mental and like just like
Oh,
hyperactive. So like, that's what it meant.
Yay!
Yay.
And how long did you go solo until?
It was a couple of days, I think. Do you know what? Like, and this is the thing, because you have no sleep, you're looking after this tiny little thing, and your instincts kick in, and it kind of just it gets wiped from your memory quite quickly, because I think it's a natural defense for your body,
So you can do it again.
so you can do it again. Exactly. It makes you forget, so you forget how awful it was, so you do it all over again. But I do feel smug, and like I said it to Shad, didn't I, in the class? I was like, I'm so smug when I see people with lots of children. Like, it's so much easier having one. But he was like, I'm smug because I've got loads of kids. So
y'all just happy about the choices you've made. I think that's cool. Because Shad is a big proponent of have as many kids as you can. And I mean, dang, they got a lot of kids, those ones.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine how busy that household is with the amount of yelling. But it's not like yelling at each other. It's just like kids are loud.
Just kids.
And then Shad is
chaotic
loud
energy.
Too.
Yeah.
Shad yells.
It's like whenever the boy has when he's got a friend over, I'm like, God, noise cancelling headphones, let's go. So I don't want to hear it.
I love earplugs. Earplugs are the best. They are great for ignoring your husband when he wakes up super early in the morning. Or I guess for children. I also use them on the plane. Those are cool too. Great use of them. Yeah. I don't even think YouTube had videos like this, and that's how Mr. Porkchop discovered YouTube. How to change it over. And you guys don't even have family close to you either, right?
Well, at the time, no. We had no one. My parents were in Devon. They're like her mum's up, you know, there somewhere.
There.
So,
They're not
away.
close. They're not close. It's fine.
Far away. Far away.
Yeah.
Like
And
4-hour drive away. So, no one was close.
yeah. Oh, Mike's like, I miss mine as babies. It was a great time in life. Do you miss when applesauce was a teeny tiny human?
I mean, like, the whole baby thing is fine. But it changes so quickly, doesn't it? And you just got to savor the moments that you have and then appreciate what you got at the time. So I'm loving it now, to be honest. I would not like to go back to a like my sister's got a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old, and especially when the 2-year-old was born and up until now, it's been a lot of hard work, and it makes me feel very smug, just like watching.
It's the
afar.
idea that they're so cute, but that doesn't last very long. That cuteness, because you basically are their assistant, slave.
Absolutely, it does for a bit, but it's just the sleep thing is the hardest bit, and like because he was bottle fed as well, like I was up feeding him during the night a lot of the time. So
because the missus was working, so you during those times, so you covered for her, which is very fair.
So, but so yeah, the lack of sleep is the hardest bit, to be honest. Everything else is.
Did you? I hear this a lot. Did you nap when he napped when he was a baby?
No, because especially like because you're terrible. Like, right, either you want to make the most of your time when they're napping, or you're terrified that they're gonna die and you're like something, the house is gonna burn down or something while you're sleeping. So no, I never did that. But I actually remember when he dropped his like daytime nap when he was 2. He just turned 2, and I was so upset.
It's like, you lost that time.
I've got 2 hours to entertain you again now.
I have to do more work.
Yeah, this is it. So
no. Wow, Brother Redlock, sleep is for the weak.
3 months to 4 years. Jeez.
That is a range. I know, because you just had a new one. It's tough when they're that age. I mean, I don't know, because I don't have kids. One day, you see an X-ray cyborg baby running around. Wouldn't that be a sight? Wouldn't that be a sight?
Amazing.
I'd be so scared. 1 second, I got to bottle feed my baby. I don't know why I became British.
I just talk in a British accent to your child, and they were like, "What is that? Your real what?"
It is definitely my real accent. Obviously. Mark's like, it will not be a cyborg at any point. Are you sure?
Cyborg.
God, it'll be fun to travel with a kid too. God, diaper bags and all.
Yeah, that's another thing that I really do not miss. All
Diaper
the baggage,
bags. Being prepared.
Oh my God, it's like it's a mission getting out of the house to like, because like you have to right. One thing, advice is routine. If you stay in a routine and they sleep at certain times and that sort of thing, then it's happy days. But if you don't stay in a routine, then it's a nightmare. So so getting out the house and that is a lot easier if you're in a massive routine. But I know, like, my sister didn't do the routine thing, and she used to go out, and like the baby used to sleep in the pram and whatever, and it'd be a nightmare going to bed like bedtimes and stuff. It's a nightmare going down for the night, sleeping through the night. But routine is everything. That's what you need. So.
And the kids do need a routine. They might not want it, but they need a lot of guidance. And having that is better for them than to be in chaos all the time.
Yeah, it's absolutely like the chaos, or I think my like from my sister's point of view, she was going out a lot and like wanting to do a lot of things that she would still be like doing as a childless
pre-child,
baby, and like, you know, going to parties and, you know, seeing friends and stuff, and like you've got to kind of like, if you want to have a grounded child, and you got to kind of like make some changes, and actually like
you can still go out, right?
You can still go out, yeah, but you
like, I know like Tux has a lot of friends with kids, and like, do they bring their kids on these outings that you hang out with them?
Yeah, she comes with us all the time. And then like Saturday we went out. She'll be 2 in January, so she's a little older. But when she was a baby, like she just slept all the time, and then now she's in that in-between stage. But she was out with us all morning and most of the day Saturday, and then 2:00 is usually her nap time. So they popped her back home for a couple-hour nap like she usually does, and they came back out with us again. So they have their routine, but they also come out too. So they kind of work around it a little bit.
Yeah.
That's awesome that they can do that.
Yeah,
it can really depend on the child as well. So you can get a good one that it could, that if they sleep anywhere, and like, you know, but from my point of view, having a child that was into everything, very alert, would not sleep if he was out.
It would be an overload for him.
Yeah, definitely.
I can see that.
And then as soon as you get home, it's like crash and burn.
That's why a lot of parents struggle bringing their kids to like Disney, for instance, because they don't, especially if they're parents who, at least from when I work there and from what I've seen from living in Vegas and working in Vegas, is when you don't. A lot of times, and it's not anything bad, but a lot of times, you know, oh, we planned vacation, we're so excited, and they interrupt their routine. Doesn't matter how old the kid is, right? Whatever your routine is, your structure with these kids, it's all interrupted. And that happens to us adults too, especially when we're on vacation. It's just chaos. It's go, 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 go. And these poor kids aren't used to it. So they just like keel over at the end of the night. And the only time I've seen it work for a family was when I worked at Disney World a bazillion years ago. They started a week ahead of time. So they got their kids up earlier than normal. And like, oh, like the practice for Disney, you know, that kind of time to get their cute little brains to like wrap their brain around it. And they would take walks, you know, to get them from, so they didn't have to push the stroller around. And like, they kind of like conditioned the kids and exercised them. And they were great the whole day. The kids didn't, they finally ended up crashing the last day, but you know, that's the last day. So you see that happen because you have that structure and that routine. And then you want to, they get a little bit more independent. So like, oh, now I could go do this, but then they're not used to it and all that stuff. So like my friend's here, she's 2 and she's ready to go. Like she walks now. And so she doesn't want to be strapped in the stroller all the time. And so their biggest struggle with her is she wants to constantly walk around, and you're just not quite big enough for that yet. You know, not quite.
So close.
So
Give
close.
it a couple more months. Months.
So
Interesting. So be prepared, structure, routine, all that. I love you can tell which people are going to be the super prepared parents. Like I always have snacks on me in case I get hungry. So I know I'll probably end up being that parent.
It's interesting too, because I always see that with the firstborn. And then the second one comes, and the third one comes, and the fourth, and we were whatever. And it's kind of like, yeah, whatever.
You'll always just, I always just carry a lot of snacks, especially when you go on trips. My backpack will always have, you know, the extra battery, the water, wires, and cameras or whatever it is. But I always have at least one snacky on me, just in case. Because you never know, but I would rather eat the food that is around. I mean, UK, I ate way too much. It was so good. Oh my god. My favorite was Clarkson's Farm.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, I love that. Do you know what? Actually, Applesauce keeps going on about that Greek place we went to.
Did you go back?
Soho. Sorry?
Did you ever go back?
He wants to, and I would. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you should. It was really good. I forgot what it's called. I don't even remember what it is.
I can't remember either. It was in Soho, but I can't remember what it was called. But yeah.
Don't even know where Soho is. I thought that was only in New York. Yes, I know. I'm well traveled, just not my brain don't work.
Your brain don't brain.
My brain don't brain.
Hey, Panda Bear.
You know that mechanism we just talked about that you forget a lot of things, so you make that makes life easier. Yeah, It's an everyday thing.
I swear my memory used to be amazing, and since the lack of sleep, the child, I can't remember anything anymore.
The
So
parent brain has stuck with you.
yeah, it
Love
has. It really has. Which is
it.
like, because I used to, I said I used to work in a cam shop. I used to be able to reel off the numbers, for all the products in the store, like off the top of my head. Can't remember what did I have breakfast this morning? I can't remember. Maybe
check the stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you very much, Mr. P, for hanging out with us today. This was a fun Dadcast. He had nothing to worry about. We just ramble on about anything and everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right. It's a lot of fun, and thank you for listening. It's quite nice just to talk
a little
about
chat, just like regular.
Yeah.
Like it almost feels like we're just like regular hanging out.
Absolutely. I love it.
That's what we like.
The only thing we need to do is a music dance party. That was fun. He had a good list of music to play, and we played it in his car while driving because we were driving around. They had a car, but Mr. P came out, but he was by himself. So I'm like, I'll just drive in the car with them, just accompany him.
I love it. That's how you're supposed to do all of your driving, is a dance party. If you're not dancing in your car, you're doing it wrong. And that's why we get road rage. I'm just saying. More people should dance in their cars.
But don't do it while distracted.
Well, I mean, yeah, not, focus on the road, but also like
yes, congrats on surviving the stream.
Yay! What? Yes. Surviving? Oh, we nice here.
He was such a nervous Nelly when we started, okay?
Yeah. I'm ready to go now. So should we start?
So Mr. P, where do people find you?
Mr. I don't know. It's
on
YouTube. You put me under pressure now.
You look in the description. You can find his channel. He plays a lot of games. Usually in the mornings, our time. 5 a.m. I believe he starts at 9 a.m.
I start at 9:15 a.m. Every weekday morning. There you go. Apart from when I'm working.
Yeah. I don't know. Don't ask me what that is. United States time.
Yeah. If you want a good group of people to be friends with and play games with, honestly, you should join his membership. He plays a lot of streams with members, and it's a great community. Very good.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. Tugs, do you have anything coming up you want to promote?
No. No, I don't. I didn't think about it.
I'm like looking for my phone. For me,
I don't have. Go away. Oh. I don't have anything specific to promote as per usual. I promise I'm going to get on a schedule, guys. Duke goes to work next Monday, so we'll have a little bit of a routine. Speaking of routines, adults need them too. We'll have more of a routine and a little bit structure in our lives. I know I'm all over the place right now, but I am on Kick. I just joined Kick. I have 9 more till I get 75 followers. So if you want to,
so please sub.
If not, that's fine too. You can find me on Twitch.
Plus, let's just say the split is way better on Kick. If you want to support her, that is a better place to support than on Twitch.
I don't have a job
she
anymore.
Also has a YouTube channel. Okay.
Yeah, I upload on my YouTube channel clips and live re-uploads on live streams. I mostly am on Twitch and Kick. Like that's where I dual stream. So I know the PO box. I'm working on it. All right.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
It'll get there. It'll get there. You can follow me, X-Ray Girl, everywhere. Tomorrow will be my last day in the Canadas. So I'm going to try to get at least one gaming stream in the evening. We also have Poor Choices, 9 p.m. Eastern, where we're going to just talk about articles and stuff as per usual on our Sip and Chills. And yeah. Watch out for a video. We're going to be dropping a video soon, maybe tomorrow morning, where we watched Lena, For the Love of Lena with Adam 22. They're on a dating to find a third man to share their bed with.
Or their shenanigans, as we'll put it.
Yes. It's a very modern day relationship.
Listen, I don't know what Adam. You know what? We'll talk about it later. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a different topic.
Watch out for the video. And yeah. Thank you very much, Dan.
Yeah, Dan.
You are welcome. Thank you.
We will
Thank you.
see
Thank you very much.
y'all next time. Bye.
Have a good night. Bye.